I find it so interesting, the wealth of knowledge that you have about pitching. I mean, it looks so simple, but I know it's a lot more complicated than it is, but it's not as complicated as people make it. Perhaps you can, simplify it for us.
And I think that's a good point, that it's not as complicated as people make it, but some of the biggest problems we get into is with little leaguers, and when they're growing and developing their arm strength, parents, coaches are over pitching them, and we're mainly over pitching them with breaking balls, which if not taught right, as you know, when they turn in if they get around the ball, then they're putting a lot of pressure on their elbow, they get tendonitis and they start having problems. There's pitch counts in Little League, but the thing about a pitch count is we're still not being responsible for the kids' arms when we keep throwing curveballs, because the end result is kids that are young aren't hitting the breaking ball as well as when they get older.
I have a question. Does the pitch count vary per person to you? Or should there be a set pitch count for the big kid versus the little kid and this kid and that kid? Because we run into the same thing in pro ball. One guy is 100 pitches, another guy is 125 pitches. What's your opinion on that?
My opinion is that when they're young and they're developing, I think we should limit the pitch count, and we should make sure that that the kids are getting off to a good foundation with their pitching, so their mechanics are good and their arm circles are good, their arm slots are consistent, so we can keep repeating good things. And what happens is, I see, is when they get into the breaking balls because they're a successful pitch, we're just putting the kid's arm in a bad position. And most, I would say, Little League coaches don't really know how to teach a breaking ball properly. And it ends up, if you learn it the wrong way, you carry it with you until you're older. The older you get, the stronger you get, the harder you throw it, the more chance for a bigger injury to come along.